We ain't telling no lies, man. Lee a weirdo, man. Yeah, he was on some weirdo stuff. So I remember people saying, why y'all move out the mansion? Why y'all move out the mansion? Bro, this dude was not, I'm not finna be attending nobody's house that don't have the decency to call, text, or knock, or ring the doorbell.
He made it uncomfortable, but that house was beautiful.
Exactly. No, the house looks good, but it's not like you just said.
And then the neighbors too. Remember the 4th?
Hey y'all, it's Destiny, and tell me why it looks like CJ and Lexi are back together. Are they together? Are they not? Are they just friends? What's going on here? So of course I went to CJ's Snapchat, and he was posting videos on there with Lexi, even doing reaction videos with Lexi. Does this mean they're back in a relationship? So they started talking about some memories that they had together. And if you remember, they did that video where they were doing fireworks and then they caught somebody's house on fire. It was crazy. So let's get into the video and see what they were talking about.
Right? And apparently they wanted us to stop. So what do? We go to a public school and destroy their shit. Like what the
cops are coming, and then we went to a public school. Then
the cops came again, and the fire department.
Because
you caught the whole place on fire. It was the one girl. You was saying, clean up after yourselves. And I was like, everybody clean up. And when we started throwing the fireworks in the garbage can, the whole garbage can caught on fire. Chat.
That is even more illegal if you're littering. So you would get.
Yeah, but no, you gotta litter because the fire gotta get.
That's not
the
my
fire,
style. I don't litter.
The fire has to be.
Not my style.
The fire has to be out before someone can throw it away. Was that someone? Could have been us.
Always fighting
we could have. Yeah, we are firemen. We firemen, most definitely, because we've handled a lot of fires. But yeah, man, 4th of July story. I got way more of those.
And she sued Lee.
The neighbor, the firework incident.
Like,
she sued the homeowner. Yeah.
Okay, so the neighbor sued the landlord. I don't think we ever heard this story.
So I have to pay him $15,000 because the neighbor sued him because I wouldn't pay her $1,500. So that's actually a lesson about suing and lawyers and all that. If someone tries to settle with you, just go for the settlement, because if you go to court, it's going to cost more. I could have paid $1,500 to clean her. It was supposed to be like a cleaning fee, clean her house or sealing her roof, her cars, $1,500. I'm like, man, forget you. I ain't doing that. She's like, well, see me in court. She actually went to court, and I had to pay $15,000.
So she has nothing better to do. Never mind.
Yeah, she has no life. Clearly, no, she actually didn't have a life. She literally reports everything on me. Like, he goes racing down the street in his Lamborghini, and he drives very fast, and his car is loud.
Because her husband
like, bro, huh?
Her husband gave her everything.
So that's why she acted, because she's a brat. Spoiled brat. Look.
A Karen.
She's an old.
Entitled.
Yeah. She's very entitled. But, yeah, man.
Okay, so the lady wanted $1,500 to fix all her stuff. CJ said no, and he ended up having to pay $15,000 to the landlord. And Lexi said the lady was a Karen. Let's see what other stories they have.
What other stories you got for them, man? What you think? Too many stories. Let me tell y'all a story then, man. I'm gonna just tell y'all a random story then. Remember that time, bruh, we lived in that mansion? Yeah, it ain't funny though. The story ain't funny, on God. We lived in that mansion that time we was taking a shower. We used to take showers together. I don't know, like, y'all probably take showers solo, but Lexi is the type to not take a shower unless, babe, are you getting in? So anyway, we was taking a shower, and all I remember is Kamari screaming, saying, Dad, it's a white man in here. I'm like, what? Like, it was the most weirdest thing ever. You remember that?
Yeah, they were freaking out.
They was freaking out. They had every right to be.
But he acted like it was totally normal. I went off on him, I remember.
Yeah, because you a realtor. Yeah. So you know, like, laws and all that. And you start pulling out laws like, nah, according to section 308, you're not supposed to walk on the premises without an hour text message. I'm like, so he like, well, it's my house.
Okay, so they were renting a house, and the man that they're renting from thought he could just go to the house and do whatever he wanted to whenever he wanted? Yeah, that definitely sounds illegal.
I'm like, hey, yo, what the hell? So anyway, man, this dude was so creepy, bro. We in the shower. I got my kids and her friend on the couch in the living room, and he looking through the doors. He literally like spying and stuff, like trying to see what he can see. And he didn't even knock on the door or ring the doorbell. He walked through the side gate.
Yes.
And I got him on camera too. Like, if you thought no one was home, why you coming to my house
even
through the back?
So. That's even more so.
He the type to actually see if your door's unlocked.
Yeah, I know.
He not just looking in. He like actually trying to open the door the whole time. I see him on camera after. Yeah, I still got it on camera, but yeah, I'm actually post those clips too because no one's gonna believe this story when I tell them what really happened after that. Like the parts of the video that I can't even show. This man is so freaking creepy, bro. This dude, the type of dude that definitely have secret cameras hidden in the freaking house. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Under the toilets, in the mirrors.
Yeah.
In the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually crazy. So he thought nobody was home. So that gives him the right to just go to the property unannounced. He probably did have cameras everywhere watching them. But if you think about it, if he did have cameras watching everything, he probably wouldn't have shown up at that time because he would have already known that people were there. So hopefully he didn't have cameras watching everybody. But him showing up there was very weird. Definitely a creep.
People definitely have secret cameras.
Probably in the bedroom, in our bedroom.
Oh, damn, man. What was his name? Lee. Lee.
We need to have code names.
Code names? Nah, they need to know the real name, right, Flo? We don't gotta lie. We ain't telling no lies, man. Lee a weirdo, man. Yeah, he was on some weirdo stuff. So I remember people saying, why y'all move out the mansion? Why y'all move out the mansion? Bro, this dude was not, I'm not finna be attending nobody's house that don't have the decency to call, text, or knock, or ring the doorbell.
He made it uncomfortable, but that house was beautiful.
Exactly. No, the house looks good, but it's not, like you just said.
And then the neighbors too, remember the 4th of July?
Oh, don't get me started on the neighbors on the 4th of July. No, that's another story time. Oh, God.
That's why you're always nice to people, though, because remember
I am
knowing her? No. She was a nice to me, and I had to stand up to her.
Oh, I get what you're saying. But yeah, man. So many stories that we have together because we were together for almost 3 years, so.
Okay, so CJ said they were together for almost 3 years. So I'm guessing that means they're not together right now. Maybe they're just friends.
A lot of stories like that I know, you know too. So next time we bring y'all new stories.
So in these next clips, you will see the video that CJ was talking about. This man is definitely creeping around the house, looking in the windows. It looks like at one point he even goes inside the house. This has got to be illegal. So CJ said, watch him walk past while my kids are alone in the living room with a creep. CJ said, this guy definitely was trespassing me, being a total creep. He also said this is him breaking into the backyard with no permission or heads up. That's why we have doorbells and front doors. SMH.
You ain't never had to really fuck the living shit out of a woman just to stay at her crib.
Yeah, I have to do
Went through
that. No, I have to go through that with realty. On God. No. That's what happened. Yeah. That's everyday life for some people.
And CJ also posted this picture of Nike and said, should I fly her out here? So let CJ know in the comments, do you think he should fly Nike out? So let me know in the comment section, what do you think about Lexi and CJ being together? Are they in a relationship, or do you think they're just friends? Do you think they should be back together? And what do you think about the creepy landlord? Why would he be walking around the house and doing all that without letting them know that he would be over there? And do you think CJ should fly Nike out? Just let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you in the next one.